Welcome to the Fab 5 Live, not quite live show. I'm your host Andreas with the rest of the Fab 5. I know as it looks right now we have 2 mics and a camera and no roof over our heads, but we got a nice background. And as we grow and you guys watch us, we will grow and maybe get some more equipment and even a roof, maybe even a studio. I don't know, but we'll work towards that. As you can see, we're at the famous scene where The Hangover was filmed. Open it! We're gonna get right into the first topic. We answer emails. First email that came to us from Tony R from Dallas. He asked, will you watch the Super Bowl even though Dallas is not in it? Rashad, what do you think?
Not too much of a fan of the Saints. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a shootout.
Well, John, seriously, Tony R, what do you think? Tony R?
Tony R? That's kind of funny. You know, he wasn't he the one that was with Jessica Simpson, the one with the zits?
I think so. I think he plays some sort of sport. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe.
Well, I think that's kind of funny. Yeah, Kim Kardashian will probably be at the game too, I would imagine. Except Kim Kardashian's beau actually made it to a Super Bowl. Yeah, nothing else for you.
Well, hey, let's just Tony, seriously, Tony, sit on your couch, eat your popcorn, watch the Super Bowl. Don't be bitter.
Maybe next year.
Yeah, maybe next year.
Always tomorrow for dreams.
We got next email from Dan M from Miami. Is this really seriously Dan M? Which quarterback will pass for more yards, Breeze or Manning? Gary?
Well, I think Peyton Manning will be passing for more yards in this one because the Colts are clearly more of a passing-oriented team. The Saints use kind of a little bit of a mini three-headed monster running back situation. I would think that the Colts just throw in 12 rushes in this game.
Come on! Come on now. Drew Brees and the Saints had the best offense in the league so far this year. Drew Brees was the man. He's thrown for, what, a ton of yards the last 3 or 4 seasons. Drew Brees all the way.
First you got to go with defense. Rashad, what defense you think is better?
I got to give it to the Saints.
You got to give it to the Saints? So you think Peyton Manning's going to throw for more or Drew Brees is going to throw for more?
To be honest, Peyton, the way the whole Colts offense is set up, it's strictly a passing thing.
Right.
You know, their running game is not as good as it used to be. Not like when they had Edgerrin James. You know what I mean? Right now, they basically set up to throw, and Peyton Manning's a hard guy to stop.
He's a beast.
Well, I mean, I do have to put in Dwight Freeney. It's not going to be 100%. So, I mean, that's the main pass rusher for the Indianapolis Colts. So I think Drew Brees is going to throw for more yards.
And you know what, too? If you think about it like this, Dwight Freeney was ineffective in the last time the Colts were in the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl. He didn't have a tackle or a sack. So, I mean, that actually goes to your point that they don't need Dwight Freeney, really.
Right.
I mean, he could be ineffective and the Saints can still do well, or the Colts can still do well.
Yeah, they don't need Bob Sanders either, who nobody seems to talk about not being in the lineup. The dude was 2007 NFL Defensive Player of the Year, and nobody even makes a point about it, but he's not in the lineup.
I agree, but think about it like this. You got the Saints. Drew Brees, he passes, but he also has a running game.
He does.
They got a pretty good running game. They got 2 good running backs. The Colts, not so great. They rely strictly on pass.
They do. So I could say Manning could throw for more yards and still lose the game.
By 40.
I got you.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, special teams really kind of lights it up also for the Saints. I mean, we talked about Bush, but I mean, they're starting their average drive, you know, a lot farther down the field than Peyton Manning. So Peyton goes in there and audibles 30 times a game, and so they chew the clock that way. But absent of that, you're looking at 2.5 to 3 minute scoring drives for the Saints. This thing's going to be a track meet. Peyton might throw his 4 or possibly 5 touchdowns, but this will be ugly late in the second quarter.
Well, I mean, there you have it. I mean, I think personally it's going to be a high-scoring game. So it's going to be a fun game. Just watch it. It's going to be, I think they're both going to pass over 300 yards.
I refuse to watch it.
Your pass going to be over
300 yards. I like, my hot dogs, I like sauerkraut on them with a little bit of mustard and a super cold beer. So, I mean.
So there you have it. You know now what to have when you're watching the Super Bowl. Well, the next question is coming to us from L.A. Kim K from LA is asking, will Reggie Bush have an impact on the game?
Wow.
Now, Kim K, well, isn't that Reggie Bush's girlfriend?
Kim K, what do you say? I think that's a conflict of interest there.
Yeah. The real thing Kim K should be worrying about is if anyone's videotaping. Anyway, so
did you see that purple dress that she was wearing this weekend?
Yeah. I think that Reggie Bush should do well.
Fergalicious.
I mean, seriously, honestly, quite honestly, do you think Reggie Bush is going to have an impact?
I don't think I have any impact at all.
No?
He's going to have some impact.
I mean, he's gonna have some impact. I mean, as long as Kim is sitting right there, if she can flash him from time to time,
keep him motivated.
Takes mind out the game.
Run to the boobs. Run to the boobs.
Let's be real. Let's be real. He's good for a screen here and there. He's good for maybe a 5 or 6 yarder here and there.
Talk about throw a
He's
dog
good for a punt
bone.
return. Kick off return.
You know, I'm going to go one further in this because he will have an impact. I mean, he won't have quite the impact of the Bush push in the year 1 where, Charlie came in from Notre Dame. Yeah, he won't be Bush pushing. I think now Bush push has taken on a different meaning. We won't talk about that.
I think
he's not going to get a feedback right off the field.
You had a great comment earlier. You said that he's going to have an impact on special teams.
Well, absolutely. Reggie Bush, I mean, think about it. He's returned a lot of punts for touchdowns in his career, and it's only, his 3rd year in the league. I mean, I think Reggie Bush will have a huge impact special teams-wise, and I honestly, like Rashad said, he'll have a big impact on screens. Anytime that the Colts try to rush in there really quickly and get in on Drew Brees, dump it to a screen to Reggie Bush, no one's catching that.
Bottom line is you have to game plan with Reggie Bush in mind, and when that happens, you know, you've got people with him in mind on every play, and that's what's going to open those deep passing lanes vertically for Breeze, and they're going to just destroy him that way, and they're just going to have their dump offs. They're going to bring in Mike Bell to change things up. I mean, of course, they got Pierre Thomas. The guy's a stud. I mean, everyone on their team that runs the ball can catch it and run it, and they can run hard. The talk about Bush not being an inside the tackles guy, that's a bunch of crap. They just want to keep him healthy. The guy's an athlete.
He'll do well.
He's had a good stretch run, Reggie Bush. The last 3 or 4 weeks, got a contract coming up. I expect that Sean Payne will open it up because they were a little conservative last week and it almost cost them.
Fair.
Don't expect anything to be held back this week. This is going to be a shootout for sure.
I think, you think it's going to have an impact because playing outside, not indoors, because both teams are used to playing indoors? You think that's going to make a difference?
What, definitely slow the track down a little bit. If there's no rain, but rain is expected again for the Super Bowl, that could make a lot of changes. But Gary made a good point too, though, is the gloves are off. This is the grand finale, so I mean the shit stops. I mean this is all or none, and like I said, no one's going to hold back. So I mean, they're going to bring your game face on. It's on. This is clearly one of the rare games that both sides have 4 marquee receivers going out on every play.
And
most teams are lucky to have 2. These teams have 3 marquee wide receivers and quality tight ends if Shockey is healthy.
It's going to be a great game.
This was about Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush will be the happiest man in America
just to make it
70 total purpose yards.
Oh, no.
Let's be real about it.
I put a side bet on you right now that Reggie Bush will definitely have over 70 yards total yards.
Wait.
You can't throw a special teams.
What's the bet?
If he does,
what's the bet?
Special teams still?
Yeah, what's the bet? What's going to happen? What's the consequence to the loser? That's what I mean.
The consequence to the loser is
who dresses up like what?
Yeah, you have to wear the tightest T-shirt ever for the next show.
He would look good in a tight T-shirt, though.
That's a bet. Next show,
that's a bet.
We'll see who wins. Next show, you'll see one in a tight shirt.
But I doubt it.
But let's go to the most important part.
Didn't say male or female.
Who's gonna win, the Saints or the Colts? Well, we were in Las Vegas out on a strip yesterday, and we checked in with the females, asking them on who's gonna win the Super Bowl. So go check it out.